Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well while letting this truth from, and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to all the men, women, and children that sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. And today just basically getting on the short time that Esau had the rule. Because it's a season when he's in power and it's a season when he's going to go out of power. Just like all these different other nations, man. You know, it wasn't like the ancient Babylonian Empire lasted forever. Or the Media, Persia, or the Greek, or even the Roman Empire. None of these empires didn't last forever. It was a day for them to get into power. And it was a day for them to get out. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and go down to Job 14 real quick. This is the book of Job 14, starting at verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Yes, so this devil, he have an actual day which the Lord is going to take this guy out of rulership, man. And there's nothing that he can possibly do to try to add more time to that clock. For the lack of better words, Yahweh Shai have already sealed it in history, man. You know, he sealed it in the future, you know, for the lack of better words, history. You know, for Esau to get out on a certain day. Revelations 9 and verse 15. And the four angels was loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of man. So it's actually a day that the Lord is going to bring this devil down. But Esau, Edom, him being the proud devil that he is, he don't believe that Yahweh Shai is going to live up to his name. You have to realize the Lord, he's a man of his word, man. And Yahweh Shai, he's our actual just power, because he actually gave the wicked time to rule. And I ain't just talking about 5 or 10 years or 40 years. No, he actually gave this guy centuries to rule, man. And Esau, he have been ruling in an iron fist. You know what I mean by that iron? Through that military. Because if you step out of line, if you got something that he want, he's going to put that strap on you, for the lack of better words. He's going to send his goons there to rob you and beat you down until you compromise. But for the lack of better words, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai have done away with that, man. He have done away with that rigorous rule that Esau have once had upon the planet Earth before. By what? By breaking down his wicked kingdom. Like when you go in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter. Let's start right there. This is the book of Isaiah 14. Because it was once the so-called white man was feared. You whistle at a white woman in the ancient world, then you'll get hung. You know, castrated and all that BS, man. But now, you fast forward to 2023, you can call them Karens. And for the lack of better words, you're one of the most hated people upon the planet Earth. Yeah, they hate niggas, but they hate Edomites even more, man. Let's go to Isaiah 14, and I'm going to start at verse... Matter of fact, let's jump up a little bit. This is the book of Isaiah 14, and I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? So how did Esau come from this great fall? We know Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Fat Boy and Little Boy, he dropped the bombs on the gooks. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got the juice. Going to the 1950s, even the Jim Crow, because one thing that Esau used to show his rulership was Jake, man. He treated Jake like shit, spitting on him, and no other nation stood up for us, man. You know, now people talking about equal rights. My equal rights wasn't a big thing in 1955, man. Because ultimately, Esau used Jake as their stepping stool to actually submit his rulership. Because you have to realize, when you even go into the Media Persian Empire, man, they actually sent for the royalty of Israel, man. You go into the Babylonian Empire, for the lack of better words, in order for you to rule, you have to have the Israelites under subjection. Egypt is a perfect example. And it doesn't change even though until this modern day Egypt, America, man. You know? But again, it says, how art thou fallen from the ground? How are you being wicked, man? Because of why Yahweh Shem Shai is breaking you down through these words. Matter of fact, let's go to Thessalonians. Because it's something simple as words. Us prophesying against this devil is making him lose his rulership. This is the book of Second Thessalonians. Salakia. This Second Thessalonians 2, and I'm going to jump down to verse 8. It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's talking about the Lord sending out his prophets, man, to sign and cry for all the abominations they be done in the midst thereof. And it's not like the words that the prophets are speaking are in vain. No, they actually come to pass before your eyes. The fall of the economy, World War III, martial law, the famine, sedition among men, all these things was prophesied before it happened. So the Lord sent out his prophets of the message that America is going down before it actually came down. Let's go ahead and get another one. This is the book of Jeremiah 23. Jeremiah 23, and I'm going to jump down to verse 29. Is not like my word like a fire, saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? So simply through the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, we're breaking down this wicked kingdom called America, Babylon the Great, man. This beast system. You know? So let's go back. It says Isaiah 14 and 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? How are you fallen from heaven? Because the Lord, he's kicking you off that high hill, for the lack of better words, man. Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the congregation in the sides of the north. So these devils saying they're going to be the Most High. They're going to be the highest power conceivable, man. But how can you be the Most High when you're nothing but a fleshly man? Though the Lord is really ready to show these different heathens, you're nothing but a damn man, Esau. You know, a base man at that. And that's what the Lord did. That's a marvelous thing. That's a part of the miracles of Yahweh Hashem Shai. The Lord, he set up the basis of man to rule. A guy who used to eat out his grandma's skull is now the guy that's your supervisor now, man. You know? Let's go ahead and continue on, though. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. So you comparing yourself into the Almighty, man. Which you don't have the all might, Esau. The might that you have is just the might of the flesh. You know, you can hurt somebody, you can delete them. But ultimately, you can't torture their spirit and soul in hell. You know? You can't write the story for the lack of better words. No, the story is already written. And you the character, man. The only thing you can do is follow suit. That's why the scriptures say the kings of the hand, I mean, it's like the kings of the heart is in the hands of the Lord. He turneth the whithersoever he will. So the Lord is actually putting the spirit on Esau to have this proud spirit on him, man. Just so when he get knocked down a couple inches, that fall will be much more sweeter, man. Let's continue on, though. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell to the sides of the pit. Yes, you thought you was going to be like the Most High. You thought you was going to get that NWO off the ground. But what Yahweh Shema said, man, you're going to be brought down to the sides of the pit, that they shall see. It's like, and they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Yeah, is this the guy that was in the golden age of the 50s? Is this the guy that World War I and World War II? How did he get control of the planet Earth? Because Esau is turning back into his base form, just like brothers who watch Dragon Ball Z. Now you be Super Saiyan, but you can't be Super Saiyan forever, man. You gotta get to the point where you have to go back into your base form. And Esau base form is showing now, man. This guy, he's suffering from ED, a low birth rate and a low birth and death rate population. It's not adding up. It's not balancing it out For the lack of better words, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai is totally destroying Esau on all levels, man. And it's nothing that he can do to hold on to this kingdom. That's why he come into a sense of desperation, trying to have these biometrics, create cyborgs so he can add 15, 20 more years into his life. Try to have, transfer the soul into a cyborg or something like that. Try to transfer the soul into a damn robot. These different things are just not for GP just because he loves science. No, these different things because he know that his kingdom is coming to an end. For the lack of better words, America is CTD, man, circling down the drain. And brothers can see it. The SVB Bank is continuing to fail. And that's just not the last bank. A couple of months ago, Bank of America, they ran out of money. And these different things is just not a simple parent. No, it's a parent to show you the thing that lies ahead. You know? Because without the money, how you going to buy something to eat, man? And with the money that they give you, what you going to do to get the money, man? You know? Because a part of society failing is the economy, And then one quote that a banker said before, he said, the one way that you know that the kingdom is going down is how crazy the laws get. One crazy law that Joe Biden passed not 24 hours in his presidency was that he signed the LGXYZ thing, man. Protecting an 8-year-old to get his rod chucked off because he want to be a woman. What type of BS is that, man? But at the same time, it just shows you the ways of America, man. It just shows you how America work things out, man. So yeah, I can just a quick little video. I pray it was edifying. I want to say, call Holayim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, Shalom DTA, in the Bible.